Welcome to the Fearful Fright series, where we will be reading with our favorite green ghoul, Grimmer. Now sit back and enjoy this twisted tale. Today our story is called The Undead End Zone. Everyone at Graveyard High School knew one thing for sure. If the team was winning, Coach Earl, win or die, Beaumont didn't care how. Especially when it came to Reggie, Rocket, Malone, the star running back. Reggie was fast. Reggie was strong. Reggie once scored 3 touchdowns while tying his shoe. College scouts showed up just to watch him jog. Which is why the stadium went silent during the homecoming game when Reggie took the hit. Helmet to helmet. Wham! Reggie flew through the air like a launched turkey leg, landed flat on his back, and didn't move. The cheerleaders screamed. The ref swallowed his whistle. The mascot fainted and knocked over the band's trombones. The medics rushed out. Coach Beaumont crossed his arms. He'll walk it off. Reggie did not walk anything off. Reggie died. The funeral was tasteful. Closed casket. A banner that read, "Run in peace." Coach Beaumont gave a speech about teamwork, dedication, and how tragic it was to lose a player right before playoffs. He cried exactly one tear, when someone mentioned the championship game. That night, Coach Beaumont sat alone in his office, staring at the playbook. He sighed, stood up, and opened a dusty filing cabinet no one had touched in years. Inside was a book wrapped in duct tape, beads, feathers, and football stickers. Voodoo for champions. Coach Beaumont nodded. I'm not losing the season over one little death. At midnight, under a stormy sky, Coach Beaumont stood in the cemetery wearing his lucky visor and holding a football soaked in something glowing green and unpleasant. He cleared his throat and chanted. By the power of pigskin and postseason dreams, rise, Rocket. RIIISE. Lightning struck. The ground shook. Reggie Malone burst from the grave, covered in dirt, eyes glowing yellow, moaning softly. Coach, Reggie said. Coach Beaumont clapped. Atta boy, you're cleared to play. Reggie sniffed. Why do I smell like dirt and nachos? Game fuel, the coach replied. Now let's practice. Reggie was different. His arm popped off during stretches. He tried to eat a referee. He groaned, "Brines," instead of calling plays. Sometimes his head tilted sideways and stayed that way. But when he ran, unstoppable. Linebackers bounced off him, helmets cracked. One defender hugged Reggie by mistake and immediately screamed. The crowd went wild. Is that Reggie? Why is he green? Why did his leg just fall off? Coach Beaumont blew his whistle. Run the ball. By mid-season, things got weird. Opposing teams complained about bite marks. The marching band refused to play near Reggie. The quarterback cried when Reggie tried to high-five him and his fingers stayed attached. Once, Reggie tripped, his head rolled 10 yards ahead of his body, and he still scored. Touchdown. The announcer paused. Folks, that's technically legal. The scoreboard flickered. Graveyard High, 42. Other guys, 7. At halftime during the biggest game of the year, Reggie tackled 3 players, 1 mascot, and a hot dog vendor, by accident. His jaw fell off. Literally. He stopped in the middle of the field. Coach, I think I'm decaying. Coach Beaumont leaned in. Shake it off. Or, shake something off. Reggie sighed. I just wanted a scholarship. Championship night arrived with thunder and rain. The opposing team showed up with garlic necklaces, crosses, and a priest just in case. Reggie took hit after hit. His leg detached. Then the other one. Then his torso slid across the turf. In stunned silence, Reggie's head rolled into the end zone. Touchdown. The crowd erupted. Then the glow faded from Reggie's eyes. The voodoo wore off. He looked up at the sky. Coach, can I rest now? Coach Beaumont opened the book again. It burst into flames. The season was over. Reggie returned to rest peacefully. The team lost the title. Coach Beaumont was fired, arrested, and banned from cemeteries, libraries, and anywhere selling spell books. And to this day, when the stadium lights flicker and the wind blows just right, people swear they hear a groan from the field. Brines. And a first down.